Hey, this is just a quick pop-up video here. A little bit of mushroom hunting. So, just some quick footage here. There's really no structure to this video, so I apologize for that. But just enjoy. This is about finding and picking milky mushrooms. All right, thanks. All right, here's an edible mushroom right here. This is what we call velvet cap. I think the right name is a corrugated cap. It's a type of milky. Now you're gonna notice when I pick this, the underside, the gills will be real tight together. As you can see there. It's a half decent one. That's a velvet cap. So we're gonna take that home, eat it. Hopefully find some more. Okay, we just picked this one right here. So if you find one, look around. Sometimes there's more. Right over here's one hiding right underneath the leaves here. See there? Now this one's in bad shape. Stuff's been eaten at it. Usually snails and stuff will eat these. So you can see the snail slime on it. So we're gonna leave that one. Let the spores go back into the ground. All right, we just found another one here. That's the first one we found. That's the corrugated cap milky, or velvet cap. And this one here is the voluminous latex milky, another edible. Now this is usually the earlier one, and these come right behind these. Sometimes they do overlap. See how closely tight the gills are. And if you run your fingernail across, you can see the milk. Now, you know you got the right one if that wound there where you scratched it, it'll stain, it'll darken up. And these have a nice odor to them. They have a fishy odor. So that's another way you can identify these. There's another type of milky that looks just like this. Usually it's a little bit darker in color, and it has like an extra gill underneath the head. It doesn't go the whole way to the stem, and it is non-staining, so it doesn't have this fishy odor, and it doesn't turn brown once you scratch it. So it's just things to look for when you're out in the fungi woods. Now looky here. I almost missed that. Right there. Another little one. That's how easy they can hide. So we'll pick these ones and take them all home with us and eat them. They're very good. All right, here's a few more. These are the voluminous latex milkies right here. Another good one. You scratch it with your fingernail. There you can see the milk. And you give that a little bit, that'll stain darker brown. And it'll get a fishy odor. You start picking these, you smell your fingers. a stinky, fishy odor. And that's when you know you got the right ones. There's another little one here. Good eating. I see another one over there. There's an old tin can. Okay, here's one here. This is not an edible. See the difference in the color? Now, more than likely, this is probably a polypore. If I flip that over, it's probably be a sponge on the bottom instead of having gills. Let's take a look here. Yep. It's what we call sponge, polypore. So we don't want that. We just stick with what we know. All right, here's a mushroom here. It's pretty well gone. It's getting dried up. But this is another milky here. And whenever it's not going bad, it's a little more whiter. This is what they call peppery milky. And these will have milk in the pores as well. See a little bit coming out there, but it's drying up, starting to decay. So this is one you don't want. Peppery milky. Can cause gastric upset. You don't want to eat this one. As with any mushrooms, you find the ones that you're sure that are edible. You just want to eat a little bit at a time. Cook a little bit up and just take a bite or two. And make sure that you're not going to have a reaction to it before you start consuming more. And a reaction, I mean gastric upset. You can get diarrhea, maybe throw up, and another one, swollen lips. So watch out for these things. There's a lot of lookalikes. And there's also a lot of LBMs, what they call little brown mushrooms. And some of them are poisonous. So watch what you consume and positively identify them. Another way to identify mushrooms is making a spore print. You can cut the stem off right at the base of the cap. Turn this upside down on a piece of white paper. Put a drop of water on top of the cap. Put a glass over top of it. And let that set for overnight. And that'll actually make a colored spore print on the paper. If you don't see anything the next day, then the spore print is white and you don't notice it. But other ones will make colored spore prints. It's pretty interesting. It's something fun to try. Okay, this is where I just was, but they like to hide. Got one right there underneath the leaves coming up. Little small one. They're hard to find. Sometimes after a good rain, when the leaves are packed down, that's when you can see them popping up through the leaves. You can find them easier. When the leaves are dry like this, it's a little bit harder to find them. But that one has a big chew mark on it. So we're going to leave that one alone. After you hunt them a while, you can tell from a distance whether they're good ones or bad ones. Them ones back there are no good. That's no good. These are no good. No good. And let's see, right up here. see it from here. See it up there? That's a good one. There it is. A little bit of snail slime on there. We'll have to clean that off. Just sliced it with my fingernail. You can see the milk coming out. There's the little chew marks on the side that the snail ate. We'll still take this one, we'll clean it up. Yeah. We can add another one to our bag here. You pick enough of these, your hands will start to turn brown. It'll have a real fishy odor. All right, here's another edible. This is called the Old Man of the Woods. This is a polypore, which means it has a sponge bottom. Old Man of the Woods. I believe they're called Russula. Something like that. You just gotta walk slow and take your time when you're looking for mushrooms. And try to train your eye to look for that certain color. Scan around, back and forth. Lighting plays a big key. You might go through here in the morning, not see any, and come back through in the evening when the light's different and find more. And sometimes it's good to go through in one direction, just stop and go back through the other direction. And just going back through, you can spot them